Hey, what's up, subscribers? Well, hopefully you are. If not, you should be. I'm your host, Big C, and I got Little C right here next to me.
Like, literally, I'm right here next to you.
And this is our third round for our quarterfinal races.
And if it's anything like last race, you're going to want to make sure you have your seatbelts fastened, because somebody in this race sure wish they would have.
So let's get over and meet the drivers.
And first up, we got Farrell Patrick from Farrell Mods, driving his Jaguar XJ220, weighing 53.9 grams. And let's see if he can copy and paste his performance from his last race when he decimated the competition.
And starting on the outside, we got the fan favorite Bear with Bob from Louis Boneyard, driving his Triumph TR6, coming in at 47.96 grams. And that bear's looking pretty mean today, so y'all better watch out.
And starting third, we have Wes COASIN from Miniature Car Racing, driving his Lotus Emira, weighing 54.58 grams. And let's see if he's got the power of 007 in that car today.
And pulling up the rear, we got Uncle Elvis and another Jaguar XJ220, coming in at 53.33 grams. And here's the hoping he's got his dancing blue suede shoes on.
I know he's got the hair going for him.
Here we go. We're all set, ready to go for third round of our quarterfinals. We got Farrell Patrick up on the front. We got Bear, the mean old Bear, on the outside to see if he can do something. Oh, West COASIN chilling in the back with Uncle Elvis as he take off. Farrell Patrick takes off, but hey, Bear's keeping right with him. Let's see if he's going to stay by side. Oh, no, look at Uncle Elvis on the outside. Goes to the inside. He's going to pass for the lead. He doesn't do it. Farrell was able to block him and get back to it, and it looks like Bear with Bob was able to get back in the second. Coming out of turn 5, Farrell Patrick's going to get the lead, or get the win. Bear with Bob second. Uncle Elvis fell back to third, and West COASIN comes in fourth. Man, what a mix and shaking this is going to be already, I see.
No kidding. It looks like the Bear was trying, but just couldn't. Looks like Farrell might have closed him down, but that gave Uncle Elvis the opportunity to get on him. Farrell almost got him in turn 3. Sadly, he did it. It looks like West COASIN there kind of lost it, allowed everybody else to kind of pull away a little bit. Not too far, though, but Farrell, boy, he came in so good. And Bear with Bob got a nice second place. You know, everybody finished. That is a good start.
There you go. I like starting off with no donuts and everything. But yeah, Farrell Patrick didn't pull away from everybody like he did in his last race. But we'll have to see how this continues on. He's got Bear pushing him on the outside. West COASIN's on the pole. Uncle Elvis is back there. So let's see how this round's going to end up taking off. As they get ready to go, it looks like West COASIN and Farrell Patrick side by side. West COASIN's trying to pull out, but Farrell Patrick cuts down. Oh, big wreck in the background. Let's see if anything. Oh, and West COASIN spins out in turn 3. Farrell Patrick is going to keep moving. Man, what a horrible wreck I saw back up there coming out of turn 2. That is a dangerous turn. But Farrell Patrick looks like he's going to keep that thing nice and smooth. That's one thing his car is nice and straight and even. Going to come across, and he is the only one that's going to finish because I saw a big pile up. There's a Bear with Bob stuck over there. Uncle Elvis got flipped over as well. And I know West COASIN, they were battling going into turn 3, and he just lost it, spun out into the inside. Let's go back and see what in the world just happened there.
So much for a clean start.
Yeah, that's right. They lost it. Oh,
it looks like Elvis. It looks like Elvis put Bear with Bob. Shoved him up and into the guardrail. Didn't help him any, though. No, I mean, he was the one who landed on his roof. And then Uncle Elvis, or Farrell Patrick and West COASIN, they were battling it out. Sadly, Farrell was the only one to come out clean. And then coming to the line, he was able to get it, so that'll definitely boost him up into the lead, like way into the lead.
Yeah, there you go. He's already starting off where he left off the last time, where 2 wins right in a row. But man, what a battle. I was hoping West COASIN was going to be able to just keep right there next to him, but he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's see what happens. Lap 3. Let's see if somebody else is able to come in first. Uncle Elvis takes off with the Bear pushing him. West COASIN falling back into the clutches of the Bear. Look at Farrell Patrick on the outside. Moves up from 4th into 2nd on the back of Uncle Elvis, getting him loose. Man, I'll tell you what, he knows how to do it. Uncle Elvis spins, and Bear pushes Farrell Patrick to the lead at the line. Uncle Elvis tried to come back, wasn't able to, and looks like Farrell Patrick is going to win again with Bear with Bob and West COASIN coming across.
Elvis might no longer like Bear with Bob. I'm just going to say. Bear with Bob tries to spin out West COASIN, ends up letting Farrell Patrick get the chance he needed to get into the lead from 4th to 2nd, and from there, he really just would not let up on Elvis. I mean,
look at that, man.
He was driving. He wasn't even worried about passing. He was just trying to get all over the back of his bumper. Here, Elvis ended up losing it, and then Bear with Bob pushed Farrell Patrick into the lead.
Give the assist.
Elvis is not going to like Bear with Bob anymore. And look at this. Barely makes it to the line.
At least they slid out and were able to make it across, so they got some points.
Yeah, buddy, look at that. Feral Patrick still
3 wins.
Way out into the lead. I don't think right now it's going to be pretty tough to catch him. Bear with Bob and Uncle Elvis are tied. And, well, Wes, you get it.
Yeah, we'll get up there. It's lap 4, but yeah, I tell you what, if Feral Patrick keeps this up, he's going to have to, I don't know, the rest of the people are going to have to hope that he just wrecks and gets a couple of DNFs here.
That might be the only way.
But the downside is he's pretty steady. So here we go. Barrett Bob gets out. Uncle Elvis, spins him sideways. Oh, they're getting tied up into turn 3. They're still moving. Oh, look at there. Feral Patrick got pushed off, and it is door to door with Uncle Elvis and Bear with Bob. Oh, and if Bear pushes him down, he's definitely not going to like Bear after this lap. Bear is able to get out there and comes across at 80 seconds. Sometimes that time is a little off. West Coast and just
you got it. You got it.
He triggered the light, so he made it across there. We'll go back and recheck in the replay. Uncle Elvis is flipped over, and Feral Patrick parked into the guardrail.
We told you to beware of the angry bear.
Oh yeah,
and Uncle Elvis, he took his chances, and well, he got what was coming.
Yeah, Bear did not have a short-term memory there.
Although I think Feral kind of helped Bear with Bob. Kind of like sacrificed himself, ended up stopping him, and Bear with Bob really took the advantage. Look at door to door, and that bear
pushed him into the bushes
on Elvis, and yeah, he's not gonna like him no more. Bear with Bob comes across with maybe the world's slowest time, but I don't think that was his fault. West Coastin.
He lost it out of there, but he was just able to trigger, and even from this angle here, you'll see his back bumper just made it across. So finally, somebody besides Feral Patrick was able to bring home a W. Bear with Bob, he gets to win. West Coast, and he comes in second, and it looks like Uncle Elvis and Feral Patrick, unfortunately, got the big fat donuts getting ready to go into halftime. Feral Patrick still has a really good lead. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to catch up with him unless they keep pushing him into the guardrail. And Uncle Elvis is right there behind Bear with Bob, so let's see if there's any bad blood going on there or not. As they take off, it looks like Feral Patrick is doing pretty good. Bear with Bob gets to the outside. He's going to get in front. He does. Cuts him off. Oh, Uncle Elvis is up on the rail. And that is going to end in catastrophe where nobody's going to go anywhere when you got 2 cars stuck sideways behind everybody or in front of everybody. So let's go back and take a quick peek here.
Yeah, that Bear with Bob really did have it. He was able to get just in front of Feral Patrick. Feral did not like that very much. Spun him out, and that ended up being the downfall of all of them. Yeah, Uncle Elvis even did a little bit of rail riding.
Yeah, he was getting ready to go over the side of the mountain. Don't want to do that one.
Just about.
Yeah.
So they're all stuck there right on the entrance to turn 3. And that's going to be a complete redo.
There we go. Got to start all over again. So let's see if we can't keep this going. We don't have too many of those happening anymore. So Feral Patrick, you got the pole. Let's see if even West Coast is able to push Feral Patrick out there in front of him a little bit more in front of Bear with Bob. As they take off, Feral Patrick does get out in front of Bear. And, Bear gets spun sideways by Uncle Elvis. I kind of expected that, but that actually hurt him. West Coast gets pushed off, and Uncle Elvis is not going to make it. Feral Patrick's got the lead again. That's going to be a common phrase, I guess, right about now. He come across him first. Bear with Bob gets second, and apparently everybody else got stuck over there and looking at the nice, beautiful scenery, but that's not what you want to do when you're racing.
No, it looks like Bear with Bob did not get as good as a start as this time around. Uncle Elvis decided to give him a little nudge. Bear with Bob ends up spinning out, which did not end very well for Uncle Elvis and West Coast.
Yeah,
they both get abandoned in turn 3, and
that's a common sight right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Feral Patrick coming across, no competition, no worrying.
Yeah, I'll say at this point, if he doesn't win, he gets a 0. It's checkers or wreckers. I think Feral Patrick.
I mean,
all
he's had is first places. I mean, he's had 1 donut, but the rest just 5, 5, 5.
Yeah, I'd say even at this point in time, Feral Patrick's definitely a lock-in for the next round. We'll still have to see who keeps on moving on. As they take off, he's on the outside. West Coast, and he got the pole. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. He does. He gets out in front of Feral Patrick as they get bottlenecked up back there between the group of them. They're side by side going through 3 and 4, but West Coastin is ways out in front. Look at him. He has got this thing nice and flat, coming through the track, coming through the line. He is going to get your first. Uncle Elvis comes across in second, and Feral Patrick and Bear with Bob are, old Bear is having a hard time controlling it, coming out of 5, but they finally made it down the track. Those two, all of them were just beating and banging everywhere.
No kidding. It looks, although I did see something that might have just be crazy. Looks like Bear with Bob helped Uncle Elvis
look at that.
He gave him a shove and ended up passing Feral Patrick, which is pretty hard to do. So, and then
maybe he's trying to make up for wrecking them.
I mean, that caused Bear with Bob to fall all the way back in last, but West Coastin, this time he really had the track all to himself. Look at, he crosses the line and nobody's even in sight.
There you go. That's what you want to do. Just pull over to the pits, be ready, having your Coke and a smile, and wait for everybody else to finish.
Using a calendar to time him.
There you go. That's a good one. But yeah, it looks like Farrell Patrick, he's got the first. Bear with Bob, he is coming in second, but Uncle Elvis, he's got the pole. Let's see if he can take advantage of it to get back up there. West Coast is on the outside. He does have Farrell Patrick pushing him. So here we go, lap 7, but looks like Uncle Elvis shoots at it. Look at that. He was just ready to go as they bottled up a little bit back in the back. Oh, looks like Farrell Patrick and Uncle Elvis spins out West Coast and flies past him on the outside. It looks like West Coastin is going to keep this thing. Coming out of 5, he is going to come home in first. Uncle Elvis, unfortunately, comes home in second. He lost his chance at the pole. And Bear and Farrell Patrick have a little bit of disagreement on the mountain stretch.
Well, there you go. Your top 2 placers are just DNF'd.
There you go. Everybody else can catch up now, though.
Yeah, Uncle Elvis especially really needs the help because I'm pretty sure he's about the only one who's really contesting. And look at that. I mean, just end up getting parked in turn the beginning of turn 3. Look at that, though. I gotta say, West Coastin,
smooth move.
I think he definitely needs it more than Uncle Elvis. Although I don't know if it's gonna help this later. I have to take a look at the points, but he got it. I mean, he has had a couple wins the last couple of times.
No, look at that.
No, yeah, I was wrong. He needed those points.
Yeah,
I mean,
he shot him
now
up there.
He is in second place, so it's really all
going
comes
into
down
the
to
last lap. Man, check it out. You got Bears with 14, West Coast 15, Uncle Elvis 11. Any of those 3 can still, basically make it. Uncle Elvis has got to win with everybody crashing out, but we'll see what happens. Farrell Patrick is pushing Bear, so I have a feeling that old Triumph is going to get a nice little jump. As they take off, Uncle Elvis gets out, but now they're side by side going into 2. How's it going to end?
We got him.
Oh, they spin out. They're piling up as they back up. Bear with Bob has the lead, so that's going to help him as they come down the straightaway. Uncle Elvis is trying to pull him back in. Bear with Bob comes out, loses it. Uncle Elvis to the outside in turn 5. Big crash. Big crash coming out of turn 5. Uncle Elvis wins. Bear with Bob and West Coast and do not have enough to get. Oh, yeah. I don't see Bear. Where's Bob? Bob! Well, we're going to have to take a quick... We'll get the emergency over there real soon and get back to him. So let's watch this replay real quick.
Look at this. Uncle Elvis throws Bear with Bob sideways, ends up straightening him out, where Farrell Patrick definitely helped. Bear with Bob and West Coast both had to not finish for Uncle Elvis to move on.
Well,
that's something.
We'll get to that here in a second, but...
Look at this. So Bear with Bob's got it until he does hit the wall. He loses it. Uncle Elvis pulls up right beside him, side by side into turn 5. Looks like Uncle Elvis might have did the exact same thing that Bear with Bob did in turn 4.
Well,
so he gets upside down, but Farrell Patrick
has nowhere. I mean, there goes Bear.
He had nowhere, and he could see where he was going. He just had nowhere to go. I mean, you can see he gets pushed down. Bear with Bob flips over. Farrell Patrick had nowhere to go.
What a hit that was.
That's not good. And then here comes West Coastin. I mean, he did hit him in the best place. He didn't run over Bob.
Yeah, exactly. Okay? See, he avoided it, but... there you go. Uncle Elvis, because of that, he is going to be moving on. Gets it by 1 point. Farrell Patrick second. What a crazy turn of events that this ended up being. But that's just, I guess, how it goes sometimes. You never know what's going to happen. All right, looks like we got the emergency personnel out there on the track, and they say they have no idea what to do because they work on people, not on sponges.
Well, I was actually chatting to Mr. Dark just a little bit, and he is kind of like a professional of, sea creatures and, sponges being one of them. And he says, you know what, just throw them in the water. It'll revive itself,
All right, well, we'll try that out, and we'll just see what happens. So there you go. Looks like old Bob's going to be just all right, but I hear that he no longer wishes to drive with Bear. So
well, I mean that is he won't have to because sadly he isn't moving on.
Yeah, it's a
but we do have 2 competitors moving on. Uncle Elvis by a point and Farrell Patrick by many points.
There you go. So we appreciate West Coast and Bear with Bob coming in and joining us. That was such a great time, and hopefully Bob will be okay. But in the next round, our last quarterfinal, see who's going to make it to the semis. We got Dusty Miles,
J-Bo,
Stallion Johnson,
and Mr. Dark.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be awesome. Make sure you got the bell on. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Don't know why you ain't. You already should be, but I'm just saying. But we definitely appreciate everybody for watching and supporting us. And until next time,
God bless.